Hello, everyone. Welcome. How's my audio? Yesterday, I had so many audio issues. I think it's good. I did everything I could in OBS to test it ahead of time and make sure it wasn't problematic. So, anyone? Anyone? Really quick though, I was just got asked to publish something right as I go live. So, I am going to talk and go. No, I didn't mean to sign out. I signed out of my account instead of going into it. Looks good? How about sounds good? Hopefully I sound good too. Looking good is a bit of a stretch, but hopefully I sound good. As good as I can. All right. I love all the authentication. I have to log in so many times a day for work things, and having the Microsoft Authenticator app that actually does the Face ID, even for my personal account, just pops up as like pick a number. I'm not actually using a green screen. I'm using the funny what's it called? I'm using the virtual stuff through the NVIDIA broadcaster. My office is a little dark. Maybe if I turn on a light, it will have more contrast. Hopefully that's a little better. I don't know. I'm hoping that's good. All right, so I wanted to go to publishing. This is actually really exciting. I'm publishing the new updated Visual Studio Code plugin for Comet that works with the P3 of Maui. So yeah, I like the virtual green screen instead, just because my green screen wasn't wide enough. So I was knocked my water off. It wasn't wide enough, and I always had to chop my arms off. And I can actually wear green shirts now, so that's kind of fun. So let me go to the marketplace, publish my extension. We're in the process of automating this, but we haven't done that yet. So I'm just going to manually. I don't see the. I'm going to ask. Okay, I'm not going to do it yet because John did not add the zip. So actually, while I'm just dealing with that, questions. What do you guys want to work on today? Yesterday, I was working on Comet and getting Comet up to date with things. Android was completely broken, but I fixed it between meetings. I reinstalled my Android stuff. I'm always on weird versions of our product, and they sometimes clash. But I reinstalled everything, got it all working again, and Android actually debugs, which is pretty dang cool. And hot reloads now. So actually, let me switch screens so you can actually see it, our little sample, and you can click. However, you'll notice it looks really funny. Our layout, watch this. Let me shrink this in so you can see it a little bit better. Our layout only goes as wide as the content. So that needs fixed, but that's okay. We can deal with that. So if I put lots of exclamation points, it gets wider. Or if I delete most of the text, it gets pretty dang skinny. So it's kind of funny. That definitely needs fixed. But either way, we are doing Comet in Android with the debugger and with hot reload. So that's pretty dang exciting. And these are all Maui controls. So I still haven't fixed that thing yet. Yeah, exactly. It's totally a feature. I still haven't figured out how we're going to fix the binding stuff. I don't really want to do that on stream, but we can work on a couple different things. We can work on getting in the Comet handlers that don't exist for things. So we can get things like scroll view, list view. List view we're not going to have on Maui for a bit, but I really do like Comet's list view. And so I'm still going to keep its controls the same regardless. So we can work on some of that. So thoughts. What do you guys want to look at? What do you guys want to work on? I'm trying to think where we got to on stuff yesterday. Like I said, Android is now working, which is really exciting because it wasn't. Why isn't that? There we go. That looks better. Like I said, I'm really happy I got that working. Maybe we should just work on cleaning up. Actually, kill some folders really quick. maybe we work on cleaning up some or getting more of the Comet stuff into the handler stuff, because right now the repo is still a little bit of a mess. Because if we go into source, we have all this. We have iOS, we have Android, and all of these need to go away. We also could do the .NET 6ification, because none of this stuff is .NET 6 yet. So hello, Squeaky. So yeah, what do you guys want to work on? Any thoughts? Anything fun you guys want to do? What sounds the most fun of that? Project cleanup, getting rid of all these extra projects type stuff, because that does need done. We could do the system.drawing stuff to Skia, so we can ditch Skia and get that all fancy like. We could do .NET 6 stuff, like I said, or like I said, get more of the handlers from Comet into Comet. We could also do some Maui pull requests, because there's a couple things on here that we saw that was bugging me. So we could clean up some of that stuff too. Let me check and see if he uploaded that Visix yet. Hey, Visix is there. We're going to download this. Project cleanup. Okay, we can do that. I mean, it's all got to be done. So the order in which we do it doesn't really matter. I'm manually publishing this Visix. Yes, because our CI is not doing it yet. Or if we want to do VS Code stuff, we need to do .NET 6ification stuff first. Okay, so that's published. Oh, yes. See, so John is fighting CI. Yes, CI stuff on Comet. Comet has no CI right now, Squeaky. None. Yes. Comet has zero CI. So Comet CI before was all on Azure DevOps. When we moved Comet to the Maui repo or to the .NET organization, that breaks all Azure DevOps stuff. Whereas if we did this, had we done this before, we could have done it had we done it in GitHub Actions, it would have been part of the repo and it would have just continued working. So that needs all ported over to GitHub Actions. Well, we do have a lot of people inside of Microsoft don't just get to hang out and play with super cool products. I'm just one of the lucky ones, and that happens to be my job. But it is open source, and you can play with it. It's all there. Squeaky is correct. So I just get lucky and get to do this sometimes for my job. Also, talking about Comet, there's a prototype that I want to do, and I might do most of it live, actually, on live stream for fun. But I want to do a prototype with Comet, a new prototype. So maybe I'll do that soon. Not today, though. Not today. That's all on Windows. Okay. Yes, we need CI, Squeaky. You know how bad it is to have a project with no CI. It's sad. All right. So let's get going. Let's work on some project cleanup stuff. Let's try and get more of this stuff in. Maybe we'll do the .NET 6ification stuff too, but let's get stuff first in where they need to be. So the project, like I said, is a mess. I want to ditch all of these individual projects. We're going to leave Blazor there for now just because it is what it is. We're not going to need comment.mac. I can probably safely just remove this. The reason being is we're going to be, Maui is using just Catalyst. So I'm just going to delete it. I will leave the UWP and WPF ones for now. The material stuff, it needs to just go die. It's not done right. I don't like it. Forms loader can die too. Hey, check it out. We just cleaned up really quick. We deleted everything. All right. Okay, so let's look at what we have in here. The main things we're going to need from here are going to be handlers. And I'm going to just switch it to this view. And a lot of these handlers we're not going to need. To trash, H stack's going away. Image we don't have yet. Images are tricky because you have to know how to load them from the OS. So I don't know if I want to add that stuff specifically in from Comet. Maybe we will because images are important. Radio groups aren't in there yet. I don't know if I want to kill that yet. Scroll view we should make work. Secure we don't need. The shape view stuff, this is all going to change because it's not really valid anyway. Stepper can go away. Wow, this project cleanup is great. All right, I kept Z stack for now because we have not. Did I do a Z stack? Comment layout. Yeah, okay, we have Z stack. It's the easiest layout. I don't know why. Yeah. All right, and so we have. How does that work with the layouts again? I don't remember. Layouts just instantiate their own. Yeah, okay, we're good. So we can delete that. Ooh, oh, wrong button. We can delete that one too. And we'll be able to delete that on each of them, like even the other projects, because let's go back here. Let's open in a new tab. I don't want it in a tab. I wanted it in its own window. There we go. All right, so now let's go look into Android and let's get Android into a similar shape. All right, abstract control also can go away, and the abstract. We don't need any of those. I don't know if we're gonna need content view. Grid, we shouldn't need. That's gonna take some work to get our grid into the new grid layout. So let's just start by killing all that stuff. I left content view. I don't know. I don't think we need that, but I'm leaving for now. All right, we're gonna leave image. Navigation view. Navigation scary. I'm gonna leave the Android one there. We're gonna delete progress. We are going to kill scroll view and shape view. And then actually what we should do is any of the handlers we're keeping, let's move into Comet, even if we leave them commented out. My end goal is to delete these projects. So we'll leave that slider, spacer. I don't know if we need spacer, but I'm gonna leave it there for now. So tab view will keep, text, toggle. And Comet has a generic view handler, which we don't have on anything else. I don't know why we have that view representable. I don't think, that thing's dead. Go away. That is something that was, yeah, oh, we may bring something like that back. We have source control. We can bring back anything we want to. So for now, we've got Android and iOS cleaned up. Let's get these into the right place. So handlers, list view has its, scroll view. Let's go grab the, look, we can even delete those ones because we already moved them over. Forgot we did that. Move to trash. Scroll view does not work at all. That needs a lot of work. So let's add this over here, and this is Android. Copy. Rename. All right, so scroll view is going in there. We might do image support before we wait for theirs. I don't like things not working. Oh, we just call that image. Let's rename that then. All right, so we're gonna add image in, and we're probably gonna need some extension methods to make this work. What was the first forms control that was ported over? It was button. It's always button. Like if you're doing a framework, you always start with button because it has text and it has an event, and it's really easy. So at the same time, we did button and text. Like those are just the ones you do. And we didn't even do any of the layouts. You always start with those controls, and you have a really lame ghetto layout that'll handle it. So, all right, so I'm going to continue copying these over just to get it into the right state. And that is the Android one, right? I'm not crazy. Yes. And some of these are like Comet Android control. They need a specific control. So we're going to need to bring those over as well, which will go into platform. I think we have there. Sorry. Nose is really itchy. All right, so image, let's go add the iOS one. And we can comment some of these things out if we're not ready, because we're not going to be able to add all these in. Come on, give me the little green icon. There we go. Most of these are just going to have to be commented out. Let's be honest. And then we're going to need to, but yeah. My goal for sure will be to get everything required over that we can. Those others, oh, I should stop debugging. It'll probably make the ID go a little bit faster. A new folder. All right, so we're going to add over the radio button stuff. This is, I know you want to do it. Just copy. All right. And these are both iOS. All right, now let's go grab Android. And these aren't partial classes yet either. We're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to add the net standard version, which has stuff in it. We need to, yeah, these need some work. Nope, not a link, copy. Okay, rename. All right, so scroll view still needs to, did we add scroll view from Android? We did. So we're basically down to tab. And I don't know how tab views work. How in the world do tab views work in this thing? I don't know if tabs ever even worked in Comet, to be completely honest. We'll copy them over. Posterity's sake. Add new folder. And like I said, we have branches of all this stuff. Did the credit card use tab view? I don't think it did. I mean, it could have. It's totally possible. And then from there, I think we'll just delete those two things, those two handler folders. And we might need to go grab. All right, so let's go into platform. Let's add a new folder because we're going to need to copy over some Comet views to even, some stuff and to try to even make this thing work. All right, let's build, and it's going to yell at us and freak out. It probably wasn't wise to copy over everything at once, but I'm not scared of a few build errors. My guess, how many do you think we're going to get? I think we're going to get 400, maybe 400 though. Could probably be a safe bet. Anyone else got bets? How many do you think we got? Oh, only 62? I expected a lot more than that. Although it's not totally proper. It's missing. Yeah, that's right. Let's go add that image view. All right, so inside of controls, we have a lot of these. So Comet, container. No, we don't need table view. We already have that. Table view, table view. Let's go copy all these in. Let's give ourselves all the controls, and then we'll see which ones we're not using, and we'll remove them. Then we'll clean up some namespaces too. Okay, the abstract control handler course is going to be broken because that is just called view handler now, and that's in Maui namespace. All right, so we've added that. Let's go do the same on Android. Let's go get their controls. That's a lot. And we might nest those in and actually do a controls folder inside of there. We'll start here though. Let's see what it does. You didn't lock up on me, did you? You're gonna do it, right? Please. Oh, what? It's doing something. Oh, hey, stuff disappeared. Let's just assume that means everything worked, right? I can't expand that. Any minute now. I might have to restart the IDE. I may have just made it cry. I do that. All right, we're just gonna force quit this puppy. Goodbye. Hey, I didn't have to force quit. It quit on its own when I told it to. Oh, now it's complaining. That could have been from yesterday, though. I don't remember. It didn't seem to crash. So, Luce, how's your charity stream coming along? I know it was just yesterday you told me it's not till June, but hopefully you're not having much problem getting people on board. I hear Sweeky needs things to do. All right, that did copy everything over. Is Luce still here? Lucy's doing a 24-hour charity stream in June. And I was just highly recommending that you would do something like that. She's doing guests though, so you wouldn't be doing a 24-hour stream. You would be joining her as part of the stream. All right, let's see what this is going to do now. We're just going to get some errors. She probably dipped. Had to work. Hey, the extension published. Super exciting. Wait, building. Oh, it's just saying build started. Wow, this thing is going slow. There we go. Seeing some output. All right, come on. You can do it. All right, 74 errors. We're getting somewhere. All right, I guess we'll start right here. I'm just going to fix as many of this as we can, even though we don't need them all. No, I did do... Bitmap doesn't exist. Since that thing can't compile, that might cause issues. Let's go. UMapper. Slight changes in names between the two. We'll get those taken care of. No. Oh, I don't have Keycaster on. That looks good. All right. Oh, come on. We're going to need more things to build. That's are all different. The API is different. Hey, look, I got the image view now. Click on a bunch of these things, see what we can make happy. Image view is looking better. That's looking happier. Tab. That should be happier. This ignore safe area stuff. We don't even handle that yet. So we'll have to deal with that. Those names changed. All that stuff changed. Abstract layout handler. Okay, I'm going to comment the radio group stuff out because that works different because it's weird. So let's just comment that stuff out right now. No big deal. We don't need that yet. We'll get to that. And I mean, it might be smart to actually comment a lot of that stuff out, but not playing it safe. Maybe once we get through this, we can do net 6 stuff as well. All right, so on the handlers, we change the interface. Let's create native view. Dispose doesn't fire anymore, but that's good. All right, yes, all this stuff changes now. So the old Comet stuff used to use lots of events, and we've ditched events, which is awesome. Yeah, we're getting through these things. See new buttons here. What are you talking about? What are you spamming? What? All right, this whole thing, I'm taking tab out too, guys. Ooh, posture check. Is my posture bad? I'm sitting on my feet, so that's probably not good. No, you're just telling me to behave. Is that better? My posture's better now. Whoa, my chair's not locked. How is my posture? Giving Sweeky a button to interact. All right, so let's look at that. Look at that. That looks good. I like how my layout now, the chat goes over my face. It's quite nice. If you talk, it actually hides me. All right, so I just commented out tab because I don't feel like dealing with that right now. So that leaves us with next to nothing. Might build. When you comment everything out, it works. Oh, the navigation controller. We're not doing navigation yet, so no. And look, there's 52 new errors. Let's see. Okay, container view. We don't need the container view. Container view is going to be in core. I'm just going to comment that out for right now. That's in a pull request that I need to approve, or I need to go and actually look at. I haven't done that yet, but I need to. System.drawing is gone. Maui.graphics is in. Bring in more. All right, and even this shape stuff, this is all going to change because look, this is manual drawing code. That all needs to go die. We don't need the manual drawing code here. We need system.graphics here, so I don't even know if it's worth me fixing this. What shiny pants? What? I don't know what these buttons do. But you said shiny pants. I don't have shiny pants. Yeah, this whole thing's going to get deleted. I'm making it work for right now because why not? But this is going to go away. We're going to have a... I'm sorry the buttons are lame. Maybe there's something else I can add to the buttons, but I kind of stopped twitching for a while, and so I'm behind. Right, all the image view stuff used FF image loading. What's this comment? We have a bitmap in Comet still. That's not bad. That's nice. All right, we'll leave that in for now. Let's bring in the FF image, whatever, loader for now. That'll go away when we get Maui image loading. Yeah, John out of that bitmap stuff. Is it the Xamarin one? It's the one with like 4 million downloads, so I'm guessing yes. 4 million people could never be wrong, right? All right, so we'll add that in. That'll fix that. We need a ditch system dot something gradients. Our gradients are all system dot. No, that's my dot graphics. Okay. Where's that complaining about? I don't know. I'm going to build it. I don't think it knows what it's talking about. All right. Build. All right, once this goes, we might need some extension methods, but I think we're going to be pretty good. I think we can delete iOS and Android. We might need to bring over the image loading stuff. The bitmap service stuff. Yeah, and the ticker for animations. We might bring that stuff over. All right, we're getting somewhere. We do not have NuGet. Which one do I add? Okay, I need the recycler view one because I'm definitely using that. Is that all I have to add? Or do I add the app compat one? We're going to add the recycler view one and start there. Oh, hey, I forgot to add a night bot. We're running in here. I need to stream more. Then I won't have to worry about, wait, where did that come from? It's still adding FF image loading? All right. View. I think I turned it down to like next to no complaints. Like it should be pretty happy. Is it create native view? I think it is. It's not remove. I can't remember what those are called. Okay, it's adding the support lib now. Yeah, Comet was pure FF image loading just because why rewrite something that works? Like, I'm lazy. Android support design for their tab view. We're going to comment out their tab view too because I did it in the other thing. We'll get there. Maybe we'll add tabs in. We don't have a page yet though. Although you don't need a page in Comet. It's smart. Depending on how you use it, it knows it's a page or not. All right. Dispose isn't there anymore. The set view, let's go look what that interface is. What? All right. So if I go to core handlers, view handler. Wow, they call it of okay. That name was right. I'm like, that just looks odd. All right, so it's create native view, which we added. No, it doesn't take a context. The context comes from, is it just that? Because we have it on here? Yes. And then set virtual view. And then we have disconnect. My nose is itching. And that takes. Yes, I will accept those. It's so slow. Okay, no, T-native view would be a scroll view. Am I right on that? Okay, perfect. There we go. And set virtual view is an I view. Virtual view dot to native. No, it's just virtual view. Is that right? It's not liking something. All right. So we have virtual view, which is a scroll view. We have that. It's inside the handlers. What's the namespace of that? So inside a core, primitive or platform, inside of Android, there's the handler extension to native. Why are you lying to me? And this changed on me. It's not typed anymore. They changed the name of it. But I can just do view. I'm just going to build it. We're going to see what it says because that's lying. It's still adding NuGets. We're going to build while it's still adding. Okay, is the sample project inside the solution too? Yes, the sample is right here. And we need to, at some point, change this to be the single project stuff, but that's on the net 6. So when we do the net 6 sample, we'll add a net 6 one in here, which would be awesome. So I just got the Android one running, which is pretty cool. I might AFK while this thing builds for a second. I might have to add it to the sample. We'll get there. It'll probably crash if I don't, so you are correct. Right now, I'm just trying to get the core to build. So, but yes, I probably need to add it to Iowa. I think the samples already have it, to be completely honest. Nope, I thought they did. Yeah, they do. See, samples already have it. Before, iOS one doesn't. So before, FF image loading was not required at the Comet level. It was the platform layer because the old architecture followed the same architecture that the old forms did. You had Core, then you had iOS and Android that sat on top of those. And then below that, then the samples would bring those in. So FF image loading was added at that level. Now we only have one level. We have Core, and then so Core needed it, and it hadn't had it before. So that's new. But the samples had it. Well, at least one does. All right, knew we'd have some. Oh wait, navigation. I'm sorry, you are gonna go away. Oops. Nope, wrong hotkey. No. All right, so that's getting commented out. No. It's weird that handler's under Maui.handlers, but then the property mapper's not. Dispose goes away. No, that was right, wasn't it? We just did this. Oh, it needs to be, yeah, create native view over, oh, it's protected now, not public. No, that still is. Unless I spelled create native wrong. Oh, no, it's the context. Which I'm okay with that change. All right, so image handler is better. Comment fragment. We haven't done anything with the fragment yet. I'm going to just comment this out because we're not needing that right now. Comment recycle view holder. A new comment view. Did we bring comment view over? Comment view is useful because it lets you embed crap in it. And that's the whole point of that thing. If anywhere, it would be in platform, Android. Let's bring it over. All right, so we brought, the modal manager. I am just going to comment this out. More navigation stuff. We're just not there yet. All right, so that's all copied over. All right, so I'm going to run build again, and I'm going to AFK for like 2 minutes while this thing takes its 5-minute build process. And I'll be right back. Everything saved. Start the build before I do that, and be right back.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
All right, I'm back. And that built really fast. As I stood up, I saw it finished building. I'm like, oh, okay. So comment view. Oh, all this stuff changes. The view handler stuff doesn't work like that at all. So let's comment this out. I rebuilt this already somewhere else. Where'd I build that at? I don't know. So we're just going to go with that. We're going to comment this stuff out for right now. And we're going to comment that stuff out for right now. That's much better. That should build. Rectangle F. That's funny that we're, yeah. That's going to freak out because that's not right. It's not a rectangle F. It's a rectangle. Where's that at? Android View Handler. I don't have that, so. Using Microsoft.mount. Is it under handler or handlers? I don't remember. Handlers with an S. All right. This isn't too bad for some code cleanup. It's going together quite nicely. Wow, lots of errors in comment view. All right. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, that needs to go away. Get or create view doesn't exist anymore. It is just no, the handler stuff. All right, handler, we don't need to worry about getting handler. We would do the .toNative. That doesn't work like that anyway. That's all wrong. I'm just going to comment that out because we don't have that or need it because the way things changed. Where's the Android context come from? Okay, so that comes from android.content.context. No, it's a context. All right, we don't need all this stuff. I'm just, you know what? We'll fight this thing later. Comment view is not needed for what we're trying to do right now. Touch gesture can go away. How can that say that's not right? iView does have toNative. We might not have toNative. Oh, on Android needs the context. That's better. All right. So instead of that, this is toNative. And this does not have its context. We need to make sure. Do we even need the recycler view right now? This is going to need the Maui context, which is going to come from elsewhere. So we're just, oh no, the list view uses that. So if we're going to be doing list view, we'll need it. And so I do want this. All right, so let's start by doing that. Okay, and so what we'll do, let's just call it the same thing. And now we can pass this into here. Where does that Android context.display scale come from? I wonder if that's something I stored. Yes. And I wonder if that's something we can get from Maui context. So I had that so I could store it in one place and not deal with it. Maui context on Android. We can just comment it out and say to bring that back. It is not system.drawing. It is. And all of this, I think, takes a view. We need to switch it to iView, which I haven't done that in the interface stuff for Comet yet, because technically you should be able to add anything in here, not just comment views. So we'll get there. What is comment container view? Where do we create this puppy? Is anything even using this? Nope. Commenting you out for now. Keep going, keep going. Code cleanup can be not the most interesting thing, not the most fun thing to do. It's like you just got rid of comment view. What's this even used for? Is that what the Listview Handler is using? Yes, and it's commented out. All right, so maybe I need this comment view. To make list view work, we're going to need this. Yeah, right now I'm just commenting a lot of things in and out. This thing's just, the whole point of this is to be a content view. So as things change, I have something that I can just swap in and out the native views on without having to, like, it's hard if you don't know about parenting. Like, how do you just say, well, parent, please replace me with this child? We don't need that one anymore. I'm now this child. So having this comment view is used a lot for that. However, we don't need this. We don't need this. I added this container view. I added this to core. Forgot I did that. So anyone else working on anything fun? These streams are all about me. What about you guys? What are you guys doing? Not comment content view. Container view. Is that what I called it? Hey, hello. Snacking's good. It's not bad. No, that's still not right. Let me go find it. I added it. I know it's in here because I put it there. So it's inside a core platform. Container view, right here. This puppy. That's what I want. I want comment container view. I'm specifically saying you are not a comment container view. Do I have a Maui container view? Doing comment one? Yes, but I'm not trying to use you. I have a using statement. I should not have had to do that. What goes into this thing? Take me to it. Take me to it. Yeah, the recycler view is used by the list view. It's a recycler view. Takes an iMaui context. Okay, it needs an iMaui context, which, do we have this here yet? Nope. Isn't there no Maui context? Or does that require it as a typed? Oh, we'll just push this into here. Actually, the parent probably has it. Oh. All right, much better, much better. Let's see if that makes it happier. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, it should complain. And this had Maui context. Then what creates this? This is created by the review. Maui context. I thought it did something like that. I could be wrong. That's yelling at me. All right, throw this in here. I know it's still yelling, but it should be fine. Navigation view, we're not doing navigation right now. Goodbye, navigation. And is that it? If so, let's comment out the list view inside of Android. And maybe we'll have an Android list view now. What is this? You're not used by anything. You're just an empty view. Let's go delete that thing. What's this thing called? Comet content view. Delete. All right. It's not doing anything. We can kill that. All right. Let's run that. And there's an override size. Get desired size. Okay, got that. Create native view. All right. That should be it. Now, if that's right, let's go check out our sample. Let's first, nose won't stop itching. The more you think about, the more it itches. We can remove this, bring it up to here. These are not quite in alphabetical, but I wish they were. Good use of time. BCD. What are the namespaces on that? Yeah, that needs fixed. And we should go fix that on all of them. All right, so let's, while we're in here, I believe this thing's actually compiling with that image handler. We don't have any of the service stuff done yet. Okay, scroll view's in here too. Totally broken, but it's there. And those should all be partial too. Hey, did that just debug? Let's stop and start really quick, just with my new changes. Wow. See if we can get the list view in there. That's what I called it, isn't it? Listview Handler. In iOS and in Android, it's both there, same namespace. It's not when we don't have a default. So let's do, this is why you do this all with partial classes, because now we need to add a, so I thought that forces it to be an iView handler, but why is my IntelliSense not kicking in? I'm just gonna build it. Maybe you'll stop being angry at me after that. Hey, there it goes. Actually, that's not good. We need, what do they call the standard ones? All right, maybe I don't have to deal with that. Whoa, hey yo. So for the list view handler, what we do is we bring this and then All right, so that does, and we do this, public static partial. Why, hello, R2. I'm just trying to remember how this stuff works. It's been too long. But how do they do it here? Like, why is button handler fine, right? Right, button handler is a public partial class. Where's the default? Like, we used to have in here, reveal and finder. We used to have a standard in here. There is a standard. I knew it. I knew it. Why isn't it showing up in there? That's the IDE being mean to me. All right, so let's add the standard. And now I don't have to do any of that crap I was just doing. That's enough. And now let's look what they did on their standard just for kicks. Ain't that? Now, actually, I have an I. Mine are actually an interface. All right, that should do it. Ship it. Yes, we're almost there. I should have made these interfaces earlier. I already have the interface. All right, so we've got that. Oh, is my Listview not an Maui view? We can fix that. Done. You're now a Maui view. Be happy. Go forth and be happy. Now let's fix that on the iOS one. Got too many things open. Save. Let's go back to our list view. Let's go fix iOS. And you don't need to live here or here. We'll make this. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Done, done, done. That's looking good. Oh, you're an iList view. And you are a Maui. Now I just need to add those two empty statics to here. All right, so now are you happy? Are you entertained? Let's do this. Whew. Oh, do they also do like a create empty object on that thing? Oh, not implemented. I like it. I like it. It's my style. All right, throw that in there. Boom. Now our list view should work. It's gonna build. It's gonna build.
60% of the time, it works every time.
I need a ship it button. Uh-oh. Ooh, it's a lot of deletes. There's a lot of deletes. I'm looking for the CS proj that was edited. Ah, this one. This one. All right, so that's what we need. Oh, dang it. I just want to do just this one file. And that's right, because those two open and close each other. Oh, no, too far, too far. Unjack everything. All right, I need the top. I don't need this handler stuff right here. That compile. I think that's what I need. Commit that. Revert that. IDE is going to yell at me that project doesn't exist now. Undo so we can do this all as one commit. Now let's see if it's happy and it'll build. Go on. Finish reloading. Hey, it didn't tell me it doesn't exist this time. It's good. It's good. All right, it's building. It's building. This should be happy. If this works, we'll go change our sample to be a list view. So recently I found a bunch of like modern house music mixes of some old songs. House mix of Zombie. It's freaking awesome. It's a good thing to have on where you're just like trying to code and waiting for IDs to compile. Ooh, oh, is it going? Come on, this is so slow. This is why we need hot reload. This is just too painful. So, that's something else we could debug. On the Reloadify extension, after you reload a handler, the app doesn't reload anymore, and I have no idea why. So we could dig in and see it's not sending messages to the IDE anymore, or to the app anymore. So I'm wondering if it's something has an issue compiling. Something we can debug on stream sometime, if you guys are interested. It'll all be Roslyn nonsense, is my guess. Oh, come on. Deploying. Deployed. Installed. It's building. It's building.
It's working! It's working!
Someone should really get that audio clip only of that. Hey, it's really ugly, but it's there. All right, let's try hot reloading in something new. see if we can get a list view in there now that we have one. All right, so if we go into sample, my app, instead of this, we have in the samples, main page. Where does it actually make the list? Oh, body right here. So let's change it to be the main page. All right, so here, new main page, and then we'll just comment this stuff out. And I have no idea what's gonna happen. You ready? Hot reload. We have a list view, nothing in it, but that's a list view. It's not doing layout right. So yes, Comet is just like so Maui, think about Maui as a couple different things, right? So there's Maui Core. The entire idea behind Maui Core is it is UI primitives that are needed to build UI framework. All right. So Xamarin Forms is a UI framework. And before, the old architecture of Xamarin Forms was there was Xamarin Forms Core, which held buttons and everything like that. And then on top of that, there were platforms written for it, for iOS, Android, Tizen, Linux, Mac, Windows, all of that, right? We're inversing that. Maui Core now contains everything to do cross-platform. It has the interfaces for a button, and then it also knows how to render those interfaces on all the different platforms. So iOS, Android, Windows, whatever. Big difference is Xamarin Forms is really designed around XAML and data binding and all of that type of thing. It was built for that. That's why there's things in the community toolkit like the C# markup, because if you're trying to build UI in C#, it sucks using Xamarin Forms because it wasn't designed for that. So we're separating that and doing the abstraction that are different. So Maui Core is basically a bunch of interfaces and how to render those on each platform. And some other things that make sense for an app, like it has essentials in it and things like that. So core stuff that doesn't matter and how you build your apps, it's just stuff that you need to put pixels on the screen for every platform in a generic way. Now, on top of that is Maui.controls. Maui.controls is Xamarin Forms. No sugarcoating it. That's what it is, right? So we take all the stuff from the XAML, the data binding, all of the forms implementations of a button. So the button that has bindable properties on it, that's all in controls. Now, Comet is very similar to controls or forms in that respect, to where it sits on top of Maui, and it allows you to build UI in a very different way. As you can see here, this is a valid Maui app. We're going to build a vertical stack. We pass text in. We have data binding. If I click this thing, you see how it says I was clicked and it goes up. And you didn't have to do any data binding. You just did a string interpolation there saying, all right, click count. And whenever you click on this button, click count value plus plus. And in this case, I did wrap it in a state because it's a primitive. But if you do your own objects, it's similar to INotifyPropertyChanged. So yeah. And all I had to do was say, hey, I am doing these toggles. The toggle and the checkbox, they use the same variable. So guess what? When one changes, they both change. Same with the slider and the progress. So Comet can work in two ways. One, 0 INotifyPropertyChanged, 0 anything. You're doing everything with records, things like that. No, you don't need it. Now, that mode is going to be not as performant. It just won't be. INotifyPropertyChanged actually is nowhere in Maui Core. That's important. Events don't exist in Maui Core. So we want to keep it as lightweight as possible. Now, state implements INotifyPropertyChanged. So what happens is, if I put a breakpoint here, right? And if I see how I switch these, if I was to, and I don't know if my debugger is going to work on me, but see how it never called that build method for us? If I was to do something slightly different, and I was to say, is toggled. If is toggled, we want new text. Hey, else we're going to return, I just need to do value. Toggle.value, we want new text, else, and I need to do, just because of C#. Actually, I might not even need the value. All right, so I say if it's toggled, we're going to say hey. Dang it, and I can't, I did that backwards. I can't click on that. So at this point, is toggled as a global variable. So it's not going to use iNotify property change for any of this. What it's going to say is, oh, whenever is toggled changed, and I need to rebuild this view. And so it actually, in that case, it still uses iNotify property changed. There's a new interface, there's a new thing I'm going to add to where you don't need to use any iNotify property changed. But in this case, it's going to say, whoa, hey, this view changed. I need to return a text box saying, hey. And let me stop and start this so I can show you the difference on this. And actually, is toggled is always going to change. But you'll notice when I click the button, it's not going to rebuild this whole thing. It will click this breakpoint, but button is going to update itself because it knows how to update itself based on that click count changing. Now, is toggled is global, and it's going to say, well, I need to build this entire view hierarchy and diff it whenever is toggled changed, because I don't know, what am I showing? Is toggled, when that changes, I could be showing anything in the world. And so it's going to actually do similar to what Fabulous would do, to where it's going to build that whole view tree, diff it to know what to put on the screen. And so if I did is toggled, which this is really, let's stop this. Let's be honest, is toggled right there is kind of dumb. Is toggled should not be there. Is toggled should just be like, all right, is toggled view, hey, I am toggled, else new text off. All right, that's better, right? That's more sane. Now we still have our button to click it. So when we click button, this new view is not going to be instantiated. It doesn't have to. Because it's able to. It's smart. It can figure out. And if we watch the build output or the app output, it's very verbose right now, and it's talking a lot more than it should, just because I'm in debugging mode and building it. But it's going to say, hey, is toggled as a global. And it now knows whenever is toggle change, I need to rebuild this entire view hierarchy. Excuse me. So I'll show you that in a second once this runs. And actually, to get this back, I could have just commented out that top line, which would have forced a refresh. But so let's watch this. Yeah, not Maui.controls, Maui.core. Maui.core, not controls. Controls are implementations on Maui.core, just like Comet is implementations on Maui.core. So yes, you won't be creating these from scratch. So watch, and then when the app starts, it's going to instantiate a new view stack, right? Press play, continue on. Now, when I click I was clicked, it's going to create this, and the button knows how to update its text. So it's not going to create a whole new view stack. See, it doesn't need to. It's really, really efficient. Now, that's because we have iNotify property changed implemented and doing things like that. If you were to not use iNotify property changed, I haven't added it yet, but Vue is going to have something that says, like, I'm building, I'm done building. So it knows how to, so it knows it's time to rebuild itself. I need to come up with a name on that, but it's something, I don't know. It's going to come up with that. Now, this time when I click checkbox, it created an entirely new vertical stack. Whole new V stack. And now it's going to diff everything. And it's going to walk through that tree, and it keeps it up there. Notice it did transfer state. Everything stays the same. It still was clicked twice already. And if I click some more, we're still higher. And if I toggle that, hey, I am toggle, I am toggle, no deal on that. Look, it's back to off now. And so keep in mind, these are just virtual views. It's just creating lightweight views. The actual Android Maui Core or Maui Core handlers were not recreated. It reuses those. That diffing algorithm is smart and will reuse all that stuff. So it's not going through and removing every view from the screen and re-adding them. It diffs the virtual DOM and says, similar to what Blazor does. Blazor does the same exact thing. So it diffs the virtual DOM and says, hey, okay, the only thing that changed was this text. Now, this is a horrible way of doing this. I should have that. Don't need two different text views. All I'm doing is changing the text. So as I change this, am I in a breakpoint? So as I change this, it's doing that, right? We can fix this. We can instead say if, or no, is toggled, else off. Guess what? That's the same exact thing. Now when I hit save, it's going to hot reload it. It creates a new view because it has to diff. So it diffs it, right? Now when I click it, why didn't that update? It might be something with hot reload and it not knowing that's a global. Now I want to start and stop and see if that worked, because that should have updated. That's weird. That could just be a bug with hot reload. Let's try it. But yeah, you're not gonna, I don't have to create all the interface or all the implementations on Maui. There's no point for Maui Core. I'm just gonna use those. And the beautiful thing about that is when I was first creating Comet, I was creating all those different backend platforms. I was creating iOS, I was creating Android. There was differences between iOS and Android, between Comet and Xamarin Forms. Now, the beautiful thing about this is the Xamarin Forms, which is now Maui Controls, is going to use the same exact rendering, the handlers, as Comet. So if you use a Maui or a Maui.controls button, you can use it in XAML, you get all the data binding you're used to, or if you use the same button here from Comet, it's going to look and feel the same. It's the same button under the hood. So you'll be able to mix and match these without it being like, wow, why when I use Comet does my button act different? Because it won't. I just want to see if this works now. Okay, that is not data binding like it should, and I don't know why. So I need to figure out why that data binding is not updating. So with MVVM, good for abstractions. So a lot of the, I guess I'm not totally sure what you mean by that. So I don't know why that is toggled is not working. It should. It works fine on button text. Let's just try that. So yes, you're using view models on all platforms. So you're saying so you can reuse those view models for each platform. Is that what you're saying then? All right, let's see if the button text updates. Hey, the button's working, so it's something broken in text. Correct. Comet knows nothing. This code knows nothing about the rendering, just like an MVVM. This is a virtual DOM, like I was saying. So this view is in the core platform. It is not iOS specific. It's not Android specific. It's just a Comet VStack text. Same exact thing. Nothing special there. All right. So text is broken. Why is text broken? Remember the other day when we were doing this with text and value? We didn't fix it. So let me fix that really quick. Name of value equals name of itext.text. There we go. Now our text box isn't broken anymore. All right, so let's undo this really quick. Get this back to click count. Now that thing will update. All right. So the hot reload plan for .NET 6 is actually so all the .NET, all the hot reload stuff that originally started is because of my prototypes. So it's going to be very similar. So hot reload's coming in a couple different stages. And right now, my hot reload should be more restrictive than it is, so that way it matches those plans. But since the other stuff's not ready yet, I'm not going to tone it down yet. So you'll notice that there's a pull request for Reloadify 3000 support, which is the hot reload plugin I'm using that I created. And that's all on my GitHub. That is being used for Maui, right? All the code in Maui is going to stay the same, except when the .NET hot reload is ready, we're going to swap out that NuGet, remove the NuGet, remove the official place where we're hooking in, but the API is going to stay the same. So the API is being designed off that. Now, like I was saying, hot reload's coming in a couple different stages. One stage is edit and continue support, basically. So we're getting everything that you get with edit and continue brought over. So you can edit running apps and swap out method body replacement, basically. So method body replacement's coming. That's one phase of hot reload coming in. The second phase is something that we're calling reloadable types. So with method body replacement or edit and continue, there's restrictions. You can't change the shape of the item. There's certain things you can and can't do. You can't add constructors, can't remove constructors. There's just weird things like that, right? Well, with MVU style, and UI, we should have zero restrictions. The reason a lot of these restrictions exist in edit and continue is if an object's already instantiated, we have to swap out the methods. And the reason the current edit and continue has as many restrictions as it does is because they want you to pause so that way they can change the stack that's actually in memory. With the new stuff that's coming out, we're going to remove that restriction and we're going to let you swap out a method body. So whatever the body of the method is will be the new method. So the next time it runs, it'll run the new code instead of the old code. All right, so that, like I said, that's that whole phase one with adding edit and continue. The second phase is this reloadable types. We're adding an attribute, which this is what I was saying, that mine, if I wanted mine to be truly like the .NET 6 stuff coming out, I would add into Reloadify a reloadable attribute, and I would only hot reload classes using that, or for classes that have that attribute. That attribute says, guess what, guys? I have zero restrictions. When it's time to build me, ship me over as a new type, I'm good to go. And that's what Reloadify does right now. It compiles it into a new DLL with a new version, ships it over, so the version and the types, the name and the types all match, but it's a whole new version of that assembly. It's brand new with just the change stuff. And that is what we're going to do when you have a reloadable type attribute on there, because at the end, we're working on the proposals to get that into .NET to have that attribute added. And then the runtime is going to notify anyone listening, hey, a reloadable type just changed. Here it is. Go forth and hot reload. Do your thing. Because in order for those cases to work, you have to instantiate a new instance of that object, transfer state, and then do something with it. That's a lot of work, and only UI frameworks can do that if they know about it. And Comet was designed from the ground up, and so it has it built in. Now that Reloadify support adds in pretty much the same exact mechanism Comet has. So now Maui.controls, their view knows how to replace itself with a new instance of it. So hopefully that answers your question. And so it's going to work basically the same. Mine's a little bit more unrestrictive because we don't have the edit and continue stuff. And so I want to be able to hot reload anything, not just reloadable types. Once we have the edit and continue, I will probably add the reloadable types into Reloadify. So that way edit and continue will do its thing. Reloadify will do that next phase 2 where we're doing the reloadable types, and off it goes. So, but I personally don't want to wait for the official support in .NET. That's why we have Reloadify, because I want to use it now. So, all right. So what we're checking if text works now. So now this time when I check this text box, it went empty. Why did it go empty? It's updating, but I don't know why it's empty. Let's see if it's messing up. And so we're doing a hot reload, so it creates a new one. I wonder if it's not relaying itself out. That's exactly what it was. That's fine. That's a bug in Core, not a bug in Comet. And I'm okay with those because those will get fixed. Easy has a branch that has a lot of layout updates, which will fix a lot. He's ensured me it's going to fix a lot of these layout issues I'm running into, like the fact that our view is only as wide as the text. So I was promised that will be fixed soon. But hey, that's updating now. So if I do the longer text first, it works. Yay! I like it when we fix code. Yeah, I'm excited for the future too. There's a lot of really cool stuff coming. So, all right. So let's look at what we're going to commit now. Let's do that text thing on its own, not text view. My app, it's going to be yellow. Text. All right. Fix text, added yes, the dev loop. I mean, if you've been watching on the stream, that dev loop that I'm going through right now of stopping and starting is so slow. But being able to just like instantly type and click save. And I added the save so that way you keep doing debugging. That's the one. The old Comet reload used to just reload as you typed, but you don't get debugger support unless I do it only on save. So I like debuggers. So I changed it to be on save. Oh well. All right. So we got that committed. I'm not going to do the my app yet added. We are going to add basically everything else. Let's go through abstract. All this is removing. Great. Love it. Deleting everything. App host builder, we're adding in the new things, and I alphabetized it. That's adding in the missing things we needed. Added those in. These are all looking good. List view's back. Oh, list view doesn't work on Android yet. We should fix that. Okay, these are all commented out. I'm still going to add them. Scroll views there. I don't know if it works. It might work on Android. The iOS one did not. Image views are there. I'm excited those image views are there. We're going to have to see if we can make them work. I don't know. We'll find out. All right, this is looking good. At this point, we can probably delete more stuff. Let's just commit this stuff before I delete a bunch. All right. You missed everything, Squeaky. We fixed it all. It's done. Project's over. Time to go to bed. So advanced layout, maybe. I know our plan with Comet originally was to do like a really complex, a really cool one. Comet does grids differently. The nice thing is we've done a lot to make layouts nicer and easier to extend in controls. So let me commit this and I'll show you the layout stuff that we have. Added missing handlers to core project. All right, so let's push that up. That's live. All right, so you'll notice that in Comet, if we go to like a Z-stack, no, that's Z-stack sample, not sample project. We don't want to sample. Let's ditch that and let's, no, not at all. The whole point of this is you guys, I want to work on what you guys want to see and what you want to learn about. So a Z-stack is an abstract layout, and check this out. Layout manager. This tells it how to do everything. So I have a Z-stack manager, and that's how I do a complex Z-stack. That's it. Pretty awesome. Now, I don't like that measure. I really need to change that. This measure should be something smarter than that. Let's add in link. All right, so children.max. That's really what that should be. grab the biggest child. That's the size of the Z stack. That's better. But yeah, that's all that's needed to lay the Z stack out. It has this arranged children. In this case, I'm just going to make them all that size. It does its thing from there. They can center, they can do whatever they want. But that's it for a Z stack. Now, we do have a grid layout manager, which is commented out right now, but it's a lot more complicated. And this knows how to lay out the Comet grid. So you'll be able to add an interface for your layouts that knows how to get whatever you want. You can do a flex thing. Will we have that out of the box right away? Maybe, maybe not. But this new layout stuff with us doing the layout managers makes it a lot easier, a whole lot easier. So when you're saying about virtualization, so list views in forms, I hate it. Hate it. Not gonna lie, I hate it. I hate what it does under the hood. I hate how it works. So yesterday we were looking at doing the iPicker interface when I was working on this, and I'm not a fan of that. Just not a fan of that. And I'm not a fan that, as you said, you can do virtualized list views in forms. You can. I will show you a great example of that if you want. So GitHub, Clancy, simple database. This is my little thing. Simple database allows you to just go. Oh no, I didn't ship it with that. I ship it in the it's in the sample, and I use this in Gmusic too. I'm going to close my office door. My son is vacuuming outside my door. 1 second. Now, hopefully my noise canceling software is working great and you can't hear the vacuum, but there's a vacuum going. All right. So inside the sample, there's a simple database source. What this does, yes, my kids have chores. My kids have chores. And if they want to do what they call fun stuff, AKA electronics, having access to my video game wall behind me, they have to do their chores every day. And they each have, it's a simple chore a day. And then any chores they don't have done by Friday, their Friday night fun night can't start until all their chores are done for the week. And if it's a chore they can't do, like if they had to vacuum on Monday and it's Thursday and one of the other kids vacuumed on Thursday, well, they get a replacement chore until their fun night starts. But they have to get them all done before their fun night starts on Friday. So yeah, they do their own laundry. My 6-year-old his chore today was doing his laundry. He started the washer before he went to school. Like if they start young, they can do it. It's on my wife, but it's awesome. So yes, my 6-year-old does his own laundry. Okay, so virtualized. This is a virtualized list view. This is how I did when I was doing the Gmusic stuff, and I use this for other things. What this does is it has simple database. Wait, let me just go to the sample. So that has this source. Let me show you how this is used. In a view model, this is my contacts view model. New simple database source of person. Person is an object. This is all built around SQLite. Check it out. SQLite. The difference thing on here is this attribute comes from simple database, order by, and group by. So it knows if I'm going to group things like for an address book, you want to group them by last name or first name or however you want to do it. That index, it knows that's how it orders by. And I mean, that's how it groups by. And then order by. Why is that on middle name? That's totally broken. Apparently we're ordering by the middle name. I don't know why. That's pretty funny. So my sample is really weird. But now all I have to do is add things to the database and remove things from the database. And my view model is virtualized. It pulls things out of the database as it needs to for both contacts and songs. But I had to implement this stupid iList interface to make it work. And yes, this is my implementation of it. But that's hideous. I shouldn't have to do this. I should have helper methods that let me assign a list and make it easy. But yeah, so this is all pure. This just pulls data right out of the database. And my samples, I have a database that I put on it that runs 20,000 records. It groups, sorts, and everything, a list of 20,000 records without hiccuping on iOS and Android. So this thing is really awesome. But there's a lot of the slowness in the Forms list view is because of that we give you a list, or we make you pass us a list, which is wrong. So what's going to happen, this is not exact, but what we're doing in Comet is probably what we're going to do for Core. So Core will have this iList interface. This thing may change a little bit, whatever, right? It will have sections, rows, footer view, header view, item at, view for, and then header for. That's it, right? On selected. It's going to tell you what's selected. This item for technically doesn't even need to be at that interface. That's enough. That's all we need, right? Now that is 100% virtualized. No, this will happen. This is going to happen. This is how Core is going to be. Now controls is still going to have its old list view the way it was, but this is going to be the interface. Now what they do on that, there probably might not change a lot from controls, but you'll be able to use the Comet list view. Now, on top of this interface, Comet has a list view of type T. It has a list view that's just a list view. And then it has a sectioned list view with sections of type T. Okay, so now Comet goes and implements all of these things on top of that interface. And if we go to the samples, this allows you to do exactly what you wanted, what you're trying to do, without having to jump through hoops of implementing an interface. So let's go to, I think it might be in views. I have a couple different list view samples. Nope, list view details. So now I can do a list view where I have a list of songs. Check it out. A list view of type songs, and view for song is that. That is a non-virtualized list. That's exactly what I want for a non-virtualized list. Like, that is beautiful. So if they don't do it in controls, you'll have it from Comet. So you'll be good. Now, oh, did I not do the other one? Where's the virtualized one? I don't have a virtualized one. Let's go write one. We're on Android. Let's switch to iOS because list views work on iOS. We'll go figure out why they're not working on Android. All right, so let me just run the sample. But I promise you, this is what's coming. The list view will be an interface, probably like I showed you, probably without the item object for. That something like that is probably going to be the interface you're going to get. All right, and then beautiful thing about that is, let's just say Forms or the controls you don't like their list view implementation. You'll be able to implement iList view, register that as a handler, register your view and its handler as list view handler, and it'll just work. So you can create your own list view as simply as I did down below. All right, so go run. Let's go to our sample. My app. While that's building and running, we are just going to comment all this out because we don't need it. And we'll do new, it's debugging, new list view. Okay, and if I remember this API, what's this API? I thought I could just do new list view. And this one lets you add a list of view. Like, yeah, well, that's not the one I was looking for. Did I do virtual? No. Yeah, that's one. This is the one I'm looking for. So you can do a list view, a typed list view, to where we'd say like list view. I can still do one that's like song. Do I need to bring that in for something? Song, right? So I can still do this, right? And then non-invocable member. Oh, Helps to type new. All right, so now I can do item for, or no, count. Is that right? Count. Am I doing, oh, count equals, there we go. All right, so I can say there's 100 of them. Item 4, S, row. No, this isn't section, this is just row. Actually, let's just do this as string. We don't need to type. But you see how we can just say, hey, this is just whatever, right? New. All right, and then view 4. I think that's all I need. Let's click save and see what happens. It's not working. I think layout's completely broken on this thing. I think the list view is, I don't know why it's broken. But if we were, oh, I should have put breakpoints there. If we put breakpoints in here, it's not going to let me do the individual lines. It's dumb. But either way, you can see how that API works. And, or if I do a list of strings and I pass in a list of strings, I don't need to do this item for or this count for. It switches and knows what you need to do. Then I just need to do view for. So, see what this does. I wonder if it's hot reload or if it's my view for. There's something wrong with, why is that thick line up top? There's something weird going up my list views. So we just were working on them, but they were working when I was doing, let's just comment this out because this was working. So it could be something new. What is it? Why did I stop? Hot reload. Still have it to stop and start. Because main page was working. Do I set a height? I wonder if I'm setting a... I don't know. What was I doing on those? Because that was working yesterday. See, it was working yesterday. What does, so, and this just does list view, view for, new H stack. I set the height. All right, let's go back. So it's a height issue. We're going to undo this. And view 4. We're just going to do that same. There, it's working. Layout issues. We're going to get through these layout issues. So that gives us that, right? Like I was saying, I also have the enumerable dot. I also have the ability to just do this instead. Dot range. I can do 0, 100. Dot select. Oops. I have that right. Dot to list. And now I don't need this item for account for. I just need view for. And to show that actually hot reloaded. So yeah, you should have the ability to do either, whichever you want. So yes, list views. Now, also I was nitpicking and I was talking to John from who runs the Maui team about the picker implementation because I am not a fan of that. Maui, because it already has this issue. So if you go to core source, and so this is something we're going to be hopefully fixing. I'm going to talk to them about getting this fixed as well. Core right here, iPicker, list of strings, item source. Now the reason they do this is because this is how XAML needs things and how XAML needs to work. But adding this in the core level, because XAML needs it, just complicates things, because their picker implementation can add both of those and still return what it needs to core. So we'll get it fixed. And just like selected item, we don't care. We don't. Selected index, yes, that matters. A function or something for us to ask for the, all we need is a count. What's the item for this? What's the string for this row? And then here's the selected index. That's what iPicker needs. So we'll get it fixed. But that's why I haven't implemented picker yet in Comet, because I need to fix that API first. All right. And then yes, so awesome. And will this let me put a break? It's not. Why is the debugger being rude? I don't know why it won't let me put break legs. Okay. But yeah, any other questions? If not, I gotta remember what we were working on so I can work on that next. All right, so we've done a lot of code cleanup. I wonder if we should try and get image working. We have Turtle Rock in both. All right, maybe we try and fix images. Let's do images. Those are Kaya's. You have to ask her. All right, so let's look at this. Let's do images. Now, I'm not doing Maui images. I'm not ready for that. But we're going to work on, we're just going to bring the Comet images over. And then as these handlers, hold on one sec. All right, sorry. Questions from the little kids. Dun dun dun. Where are we? All right, images. Actually, since we're using FF image loading, I might not even have to do anything to make images work. Let's just hook it up. All right, where was it? Okay. Oh, I did not finish alphabetizing these. Oh, no, I did, didn't I? That's good enough. Close enough for me. All right. Image. Oh. All right, I think that's all we need. No, we didn't finish image handler right. We need to go do all that funny stuff we just did with Listview. With the standard, and why aren't those showing up in there? I don't know. Do class, image handler. All right, got that in there, We're gonna go over here. Hand. All right, so now we're gonna go put this over here. Actually, I should have just copied more. All right, delete this. Dun, dun, dun. iOS, your mapper can be deleted because we have it on Android. Did I spell handler right? Yes, I did. All right. Using Microsoft.maui.com. No, just Maui. All right, and we need these also on standard. All right, so now we have this map property. This just needs this. So we needed that, we needed that. What else did we need? We also need that create view. I'm just gonna go, do we have still have that one up? I think that's it. Okay. On the keyboard stuff, I don't know if there's much we've talked about doing, so I'm actually not sure on that. Not something I've messed with too much in that area, so there might be something, there might not. I can't promise anything. If there is something if the stuff we have isn't nice or isn't working, now's a great time to propose something new or recommend new things we can do. Now is definitely the time. All right, the constructor needs to move away. Constructors all go to here. And same on this one. And up iOS. Lots of deleting. And then we're going to do a new one, which is this guy. All right, perfect. I think that's all we need for that. Let's build. Oh, wait, no, I need to exclude standard. Now I need to delete. No, I don't want to delete. I just want to remove. So exclude. That's going to just mess up the stupid CS proj. I hate how this messes with that CS proj. You know what we're going to do? Discard. Dang it. Deleted it. Reload. How did I handle that? I'm trying to remember what I did on Comet. Come on, reload. There it goes. For keyboard handling. Inside of our sample, I don't know if we ever touched it. I don't know if we even got that far. Inside of the credit card view, did it have focus stuff? I don't know. I don't know if we even dealt with it there. I don't think I ever messed with that in Comet. Comet didn't get far enough along for that. So I can't even show what we did there. All right, come on. Build, build, build. Oh, and then we need to add something that uses an image, but we can do that quickly after it's built because we have hot reload. And we have in a list view. URI navigation, some of that kind of does fall, navigation does fall into core. We had designs and plans for how to do it in Comet. Never got around to it. But some of that will exist in core because we have the concept of the app. The app exists in core. You'll notice that I have a Comet app, but that's just because Comet app does all the awesome stuff. You need 3 interfaces to make this crap work right now in core. And I'm like, no. So we have 1. But we'll have the concept of the app, and the app will be able to navigate to a specific window. We're going to have some of that stuff based off URL, but when? I don't know. And I don't know what that's going to look like yet. All right, so let's comment that out. Let's bring back this. And now, my nose. All right, under welcome to comment, we will do new image. And I think it's been a while since I've done this. What do we name that? It's Turtle Rock. I think we can just say Turtle Rock. And we're going to set a frame of 100 by 100 just because I think it's not going to work if we don't. Might not work anyway. All right, let's go figure out what's up with the image. All right, this is load image. Ooh. This doesn't exist. All right, we'll bring that stuff in. Or we might be able to. Hey, thanks for the follow. Wow, when did my alerts change? That's a weird looking alert. And I don't know why I'm not getting sound for those. I did not hear that. So this will not be released as dog's barking is wondering why. Closing my door again. So released, no, it'll still be an experimental, and that's exactly where I want it to be. Everyone gets caught up on that. It's being experimental, but that's a good thing. Once something gets released as official, this is what it is, the API kind of gets solidified. And I'm not ready to solidify this API yet. I'm really not. There's new enhancements coming to C# to help make this stuff better. There's some things that I still want to figure out how we can do things better using source generators. There's a lot more I want to do to this before we say it's done. So you'll be able to use it. It will be feature complete as Maui.controls. I promise that. It will be as feature complete as Maui.controls. But I don't want the API locked, which means, yes, it's a risk because it's going to break being upgrading through the versions. There's going to be some breaking changes, but I want to be able to make those breaking changes so we can get a good API before we put a stamp on it and say it's done. So hopefully that's a okay answer for you. But yeah, I just don't want it. I don't want it to be stuck. I'm not ready for that. All right, so let's go grab the image service stuff. We're on iOS, we'll do iOS first. Okay, I'm not going to do the font service stuff because the font service stuff is going to come from Comet or from Maui. So will the ticker, but I'm going to bring the ticker for now. All right, and I am going to stop to do this change. I could probably make it hot reload, but I don't know. So we're going to throw this into here. Then we're going to throw the bitmap service into here. And what we're going to do... let's just call this bitmap service. And now we're going to do the same thing on Android while we're in there. And we're going to rename those tickers too. All right, so I just added over this ticker. This is just going to be called, we're going to change it to native. Let's go bitmap, do the same thing. And this just uses an FF image loading under the hood. Okay, let's do that, do that. Did I do the ticker? All right, now inside of this, you call this build, I'm going to just do device dot bitmap service equals new. Actually, does this need... Let's just do that in device then. I'm totally a fan of this. We don't have one for generic. So that's going to get us. I'm just going to click build. Let's see what it does. I'm pretty sure it's going to complain that there's not a standard one. But I think I can do add new folder standard. And we can do class. Totally going out on a limb here. Then I don't know what that means. We're just going to go copy this again. Oh, those are all overrides, so it should be fine. Oh, no, those are abstract. It needs to be implemented. So we're just going to copy these. And we're going to do throw new not implemented. All right, and now we need to bring in the task stuff. All right, this should now work. I don't think we need to make those async. All right, so now we have our default one, which does absolutely nothing. Except Comet adds that thing. All right, let's run that. Playing with Redux. I have no idea. I've actually never used the Redux state store stuff. We could make it possible. I mean, it's got to be possible. I would need to look into that because I actually have no clue. I've never used it. But I see no reason why we couldn't. But yeah, see that stuff like that, which I'm not going to get around to getting added in by November. I know I probably won't have time. I might, but stuff like that scares me because I want things like that. I want to have the freedom to change the shape of this thing as it makes sense. And if we ship it as official, it's stuck. It has to go through like a committee to change APIs at that point. And I'm not ready for that. We're not there. All right, let's see how this goes. Let's see if we have images now. Build, build, build. Oh, all right. No sweat off my back. UI, ooh, that's a class that we have that I don't have. Thought. That's what's in graphics. We're just going to move it over. No, collection view should not be scrapped. Collection view, I believe, will come over. I'm pretty sure it is. I could be wrong on that. But last I heard, they were just, I think it just got brought up in a meeting today. So. And again, if we do collection view, it needs to do the same thing I just pointed out with the list view stuff. Wait, did I put that in the right place? Yes. Go build, build, build. I just added that. All right, I might need to let's just try unloading and reloading this project. That might fix it. Oh, comment.graphics.bitmap. Where is our bitmap live? Oh, and we have an android.bitmap too. All right, an Android. That's Core. Did I just add that to Core? I totally did. I added it to Core. All right, let's go reset Core. Yep, added it to the wrong library. My bad. All right, so let's go and I thought that folder looked big. Okay, Android. And now let's go grab the iOS one. All right, let's see what that does. I think after we finish this stuff, the next stuff would be good, would be probably convert this to .NET 6. Probably time. And then we can try out VS Code. Can't do VS Code until we have a Net 6 project. Or at least a Net 6 head to test with, which we can even just add that in. Come on. Killing me, Smalls. I'm just going to try building. All right, my water bottle's empty. This thing's going to take a couple minutes to build. I'll be right back.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
All right, it's back. And it tells me I didn't let Nougat finish, so I get to build again. And yes, John, yes, we will try VS Code if it works. I've gone off the edge. John's gone off the edge with VS Code. Don't put that evil on me. All right. It might have my name in the publishing, but John knows way more about it than I do anymore. All right. Build. Any day now. What? What? What's that? All right, bitmap size. Oh, I want to go to... That's infuriating. Don't take me to that. Why would you do that? Except up. Yep, that looks right. That looks right. System.drawing. Go away, system.drawing. That's the issue. And this is size.0 then, right? Did it not bring that in? How many times do I have to tell you to add that? All right, let's add graphics in there. All right. So yes, John, you were here. We were actually talking about what were we talking about? We were talking about lists and stuff. If you made something that would fix my CI automatically for me, I'd love you forever. That would be amazing. Is it two? What's the... I thought we had an extension method. Let me just go to declaration. See if it'll show me stuff in here. No, we had implicit casts. Thought we did. Nope, not liking that. All right, let's go look at... iOS. I moved it all in here. I did that. As. Why do I hate that name? No? Namespace. We don't have as size. Okay, we're gonna need to add some extensions in here. We have them in... Yes, Sweeky, you can go fix our YAML. We hate YAML. I think you're the only one who likes YAML, so you can fix all of our CI stuff. It's always like adding a space, try again. Oh, nope, that didn't work. Let's add one more space, see if the YAML's happy now. Save, commit. Oh, nope, it's still complaining. It's always just like this one character change. You're like, just work. What was I trying to look at? I need to go look at what we do in Core. Charged by the white space. You would be rich. You would no longer work in Microsoft. You'd have no reason. See, new CG size. Oh, they just make a new one? I don't like that. I'm gonna add an extension. I'm doing it. Okay, I'm gonna look at your check, your fix. Yes, it's valid JSON to have a comma. Well, it's not valid in JSON to have a comma at the end. That one drives me nuts because it's valid in C#, but it's not in JSON. It's truth. So yeah, valid JSON. And that one bugs me because I always do the trailing comma in my C#. That way it's easy to copy and paste and move things around because everything just gets a trailing comma. But that does not work in JSON. It will bite you every time. All right, so let's add an extension here. And actually, I don't know why there's not one. So technically, that works because everything implicitly casts between a size F and a size, but I would rather do as size. So I'm just gonna do that for now because I'm being lazy. And then let's see if this is gonna actually include my stuff. Did that time. All right, we should be good now. If you're gonna ever do parcel, you gotta get like one of those framing squares like you use for drywall and just like mount it to your monitor and you can just slide it back and forth. It's the best way. Then you can get those columns lined up right. Android context does not exist. You're right, it doesn't. And then this needs why is it not liking that? Oh, I know why. Too many commas. Let's add a Maui context on this. I don't have a context at that point. Oh well. That should actually be right. Now again, this ticker thing is going to go away once we add this stuff into Core. A lot of stuff of this is just here because Core doesn't have it yet. See if that builds. You got this. You can do it. You can run. I don't even instantiate the ticker yet. I didn't do that. Hey, Webs, thanks for following. Hey. All right, let's see. Did we get anything out of this? It's not null. It is not null, guys. It got an exception, though. What's our exception? File not found. Do I need to do .jpeg? If I do, I'm annoyed. Because I shouldn't have to. FF image loading should do that for me. It is included in the resource. We're going to put the JPEG on it. We're going to do it. And it's on both. All right, let's just go look at image or our app. Actually, I shouldn't have stopped. Why did I stop debugging? Let's go to sample. Okay, now here, I won't save it until it launches. We'll hot reload it in, so it'll fail and then it'll work. It's going. All right, load bitmap. Next. Okay, we got an error. Now let's save it to hot reload it. I'm gonna put a breakpoint here because that's all I care about. Did it work? It worked. It needs the .jpeg. Where's our image though? Maybe it's something with hot reload? And the sizing, but I gave it a size, so it should have worked. I splinter my finger. Okay. I did register the image view, right? I remember doing that. Yes. Nothing. Why not? So I write Y whenever something comes back with a 0, 0 size. And I should make that more explicit. Let's search for that. Let's find it. It's in view. Okay, fine. Don't show me. I didn't want you to take me there anyway. There it is. I did set a size. I shouldn't have to though. Because, well, what it should do, I might not have tied into the layout stuff. So what it should do is it loads the image, right? At that point, bitmap changes that. It should... What the heck? Why not? Let's tell it to reset itself. Why did that not save? Comet knew, its layout knew how to reset itself when that bitmap changed on the handlers. So let's go check these handlers. That might have fixed it though. Ah, see? Invalidate measurement. It does it already to me. So I just invalidated twice. So unless invalidate measurement doesn't work, right? Building is so slow. It invalidated twice. Image. Why are you null, image? Maybe I don't know. Let's go check an image. Image is saying it's not there. That's the problem. All right, so let's look at controls image. That's it right there. All right, so it has nothing. It never triggered. After invalidate measure, how can you not go there? Don't lie to me. iView has a different measure. Maybe I'm not using the right one. Uh, invalidate measure. Let's do that. So what I need to do is go kill my old stuff. What's in... There's a way to reset these. Let's make this... I know why that's that way. iView, virtual view. That's what it is. All right, so let's go add that to Android too. And this should fire twice. The once it fires on initialization, the second time it fires because the bitmap loaded. I can hot reload handlers. I should just do that. All right, once. Did I not have a breakpoint there? I totally thought I did. All right, we're going to trigger reload here. All right, so once. It's already loaded this time. It worked that time. So there's something with layout not triggering when we update itself. So the first time the bitmap wasn't loaded, the second time it was. And we already know we ran into this with our text. Our text doesn't invalidate measurement either. Because that one, if we started with off, let's see if we can fix that. Let's actually, I should not have started here. Actually, I do want it to be, so we're going to reverse these again. All right. So wait, what am I missing? Oh. All right, so that'll start there. Start small, then gets bigger. And then what we need it to do is in the text handler, that just does that, that does that. Now we should do of child elements. That's not going to tell its parent. Aha. That's wrong. That's wrong. I think I need both. If so, I'm going to talk to Easy. Let's see if that fixes our images and our labels. All right. There's the first one, 0. Now we invalidate. I did it on the iOS one or the Android one. Let's just check if this toggles up. Look, that does it. All right, we figured out the issue. This is wrong. But it works. Let's start from scratch. So we'll get nothing, then we'll get the right one. All right, let's try that. That's very counterintuitive. It's all right. We can get that fixed. We can fix that. But hey, we have images working now. Dang it, it didn't work that time. Oh. All right, never mind. I don't know. Why didn't that trigger a reload? I don't get it. I don't know. Let's dig in more. Maybe it's something on the Comet side? Maybe I'm not doing something I need to in View. I already chained it up in Comet. So why are the layouts not re-performing? I already chained it up the command in Comet. That's actually kind of nice. Now I should do actually question mark. No. Actually, I should do. This is what I should do. which it is. It has to be. But then if it's null, Well, I've just invalidated that a lot. All right, well, I know I don't need this here because I do that a lot of times. And I shouldn't need the parent, but we should invalidate its, just like update padding should also invalidate layout. Again, this layout stuff and this handler stuff is all new, so we're going to find bugs. It's expected. It's very expected. But it not working at this point, that bothers me. What's an image? And on top of that, another thing that bothers me is I set its frame. Oh, I'm overriding that here. Let's do that. That will make a difference. I broke why it said it was 0. So now it'll at least be 44 by 44. That's a bug in Comet. Because setting frame and things like that should be taken into account. All right. Depending on if this works or not, I may be done for the day. It's getting later. And I've been streaming for a few hours now. It's just a couple hours. We're only up to 3 hours, no big deal. I wanted this to work. Nothing. Let me look at that image thing one more time. Where's image? Hit built view got get desired size, does that, else compute desired size. All right, so let's see where that's going. Let's put a breakpoint there. I want to see which one is failing us on not getting that size. All right, so let's step in, step over. All right, so measure is going to do that. Let's step in. This is coming from layout things, okay? So it gets the margins. Look, yeah, it got the hundreds. So measured size is wait, what? Okay, I want to step through that again. That's weird. All right, so let's step in again. Step in. Layout extensions. All right. So right now it's going to do margins width. Wait. Whoa. Oh, that's the width constraint. Why is this doing 100 by 100? What's that? Where did that width constraint come from? Because what did I set that on in my app? No, I set it on 100 by 100. Me setting that frame of 100 by 100. Let's do get frame constraints. So here's Comet's layout stuff. All right, so let's put into this view. All right, this is view, right? iframework element, compute, develop size. Measured size. Is it max I want? Yes. Dot width. This could be wrong. Measure size dot width. What was that under? That was as an interface, wasn't it? Okay. Can I just do... No, I can't. Okay. Our FE equals this. Did I not spell that right? Okay, so now I can do FE. Although it should take into account that stuff when it's doing that compute measured size. Why is this complaining? What do you mean that's not a variable? All right, so we're going to throw this in here. Ooh, whoa, wrong one. Okay, here we are. Let's do height. If I mean, honestly, if we set a size, that's just what we should return. So let's just do that. If FE dot width is not equal to -1, right? Am I crazy on that? Does that sound right? Thoughts? Anyone paying attention? If you specify a frame site, we should use that as its desired size. Forget what the renderer says. We're saying, I want this size. That's my guess. Yes. And so that's what I'm doing here. And so why does this not... Framework element comes from core. So why does this... It has that, right? This is wrong. That code that I just did should be right here. Because if you specify a width or a height, That's what it should be. Are we using that anywhere? We're not. Oops. Yes. Although it still ignored that width. So that's another layout bug to me. If you specify a size, it should stay that size. That's really ugly. Me saying I wanted 100 by 100, that's not 100 by 100. That is not square. So the layout's still stretching things. So I want to try Android just to see, because Android's where we were seeing that weird text bug I had. Let's just run that. And then we'll end there today, because that's a lot. I'm going to need to file some bugs. Talk to Easy, and we need to talk this thing through. So if I specify, it better be that size. None of this, whatever it's doing. Come on, Android, build, build. All right, come on. You can do it. All right, well, that's loading. Anyone know of anyone else who's coding right now on Twitch we should go check out? Last time I rated into someone not coding 2 times ago. They were doing a test. I didn't pay attention. All right, that. Who do I know who's doing stuff? Ah, Tim's working on his games. All right, let's check this out. That looks better. Ah, the label's still broken. The layout's still not triggering its parents, and it's telling its parents to invalidate is not working. Something really, really weird's there. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Libin. It's fun. We made some progress. We got a lot of code cleanup going on here. Said we can go check on Tim. Tim's, what's he working on? He's doing some game dev. Unless anyone has someone else they know that's live streaming right now, we can go check out. But I'm getting tired. It's been a long day. Live coding for this long gets exhausting. But hey, we made progress. I'm really excited with the progress we made today. We have images in Comet. Really awesome. All right. Thanks, guys. And let's just check out what Tim's doing. If I can type raid right in the chat window. All right. See you guys later.